a seasoned bread maker or just looking to start out, this book is for you. Here with recipes from his new cookbook, Bread, Etc. Please welcome expert bread baker, professor and chef Matthew James Duffy. Matthew James Duffy. Okay, first off, huge congratulations on this absolutely beautiful book. It is like an encyclopedia of bread.
Thank you so much. This was years in the making.
Truly, I can't even imagine. Speaking of things that were years in the making, look at all of this bread Matthew brought. Can we talk about all of this?
Of course, yeah.
When did you make this?
So most of this was baked yesterday afternoon into the evening, a little bit into the early morning.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it has to be fresh. It has to be fresh. There's nothing added to it.
Yeah.
So you can't do it in advance. It's just, it is what it is.
It is what it is. Now, how many different varieties do you know that we have here?
Yeah, good question. So we've got baguettes. There's some decorative baguettes, which is the same dough, the seeded one. Focaccia. There is a classic sourdough here. There's some challah here. And then on this side, there is a chocolate, sour cherry, white chocolate, and roasted walnut sourdough.
I am sorry. This is my dream. Am I dreaming? I feel like I'm dreaming.
You can even see, it's so good, I even got the chocolate on my apron. Yeah.
I love it. We're doing it for real. Okay, so I am honestly so pumped about this book. You've got all kinds of recipes and techniques in here for baking bread, whether you are a novice or someone who's done it before. There's sourdough, other yeasted doughs, pizza dough, even leftover bread recipes. So what is about writing that?
So there's a couple reasons. One is I wanted to give people a way to reduce waste.
Yeah.
If you really want to learn how to bake bread, you have to bake a lot of bread.
Yeah.
So all the recipes are for 2 loaves, which helps you build fundamental skills, technique, and go through it. And then maybe you don't have leftover bread, maybe you do. And that way you can kind of get creative outside of, nothing wrong with toast, but outside of just a plain toast.
Oh, like a panzanella, things like that. Yeah, beautiful.
Panzanella, we've got this beautiful pull-apart bread here, which is party bread, I guess you could call it.
Yeah.
And then we have a whole section with discard, which I know we're going to talk about in a minute.
Okay, fantastic. Now, I read that for bread baking, this actually started as a job for you.
Yep.
Then it went into a hobby that turned into a passion. That's kind of opposite of a lot of people, I feel like.
Yeah, so I was working in a restaurant. The chef was in an obsessive bread baking phase.
Yeah.
And that kind of pulled me in.
Yeah.
And then I saw it as a way to kind of level up in the kitchen, get maybe a few dollars more an hour, get a bit better shifts. And it really just turned into a snowball obsession. And now I bake bread all day, and I live in a bakery, so yeah, kind of just I don't actually know how it happened. It just kind of happened.
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah. I love it. Okay, let's kick this off because we've got a few recipes from the book here. Starting off with what you said was the party bread. So what do we have going on here?
So this is a pull-apart bread. This is best made with stale or a few-day-old bread.
Okay.
It's stuffed with roasted garlic oil, bacon, scallions.
Oh my gosh.
And in the book, the recipe's with cheddar cheese, but I kicked up a bit here. We put in some Vacherin, Comté, and a few things just to give you a little special bread for the day.
I was gonna say we got a little fancy here.
But the best part is you can really customize this. If you didn't want bacon, you can leave that off.
Yeah.
If you wanted cilantro and like different flavors, you could do that as well.
Very cool. Now, I know that this loaf as is would absolutely win any party, but I know you have something else that we want to add onto it.
Yeah, for sure.
So what are we doing?
So we're gonna make a ranch dressing. I've got some Greek yogurt and some sour cream.
Beautiful.
And then we've got a little bit of buttermilk, and we're just gonna mix this all together, and then I like to spoon it right over. There's some fresh dill.
Beautiful.
Some onion powder.
Yeah, love.
A little bit of lemon juice. Little pinch of salt.
Beautiful.
And then here, you can whisk that together for me, and I'll give you a little bit of buttermilk.
I love the fact that we have buttermilk in here. I love a buttermilk ranch.
And I try to make it depends on the yogurt you're using, so if you have thick yogurt, you try to make it so you can spoon it over the bread or dip it in the bread. But if you want, you can take that and just drizzle it all over.
Shall I drizzle? I feel like I shall drizzle.
And the amount you put is up to you.
Oh my gosh, get absolutely out of here. This is my dream. You don't know this, Matthew, but I love a sauce. So I am absolutely, okay, I'm gonna dig in.
Yeah, go for it. It should be good enough that you can just pull off a chunk.
Oh my gosh.
And there's like, it's kind of sliced in diamonds, so you can pull the middle out. You can go for the crispy ends if you want.
I'm a crispy girl. That is out of control.
Awesome.
The cheese in there, the ranch is out of control, and the bread, I mean, we can't forget the bread. That is absolutely beautiful sourdough.
And the like ranch gives it the like saucy element, or it's nice and moist. It's very good. Yeah.
I was gonna say perfect for football season if you're looking for a recipe.
Yeah. Perfect for party, perfect for football season.
Definitely.
Put it out on the table, people can grab at it.
So if you're making sourdough, something that I feel like maybe some people know, especially from that phase where everybody was kind of trying their hand at it, we've got something called discard. What is discard?
Sure. So this is a jar of sourdough discard. Basically, when you're going through the process, you're feeding a living culture. So we're going to remove a little bit of this, mix it with flour and water, and that becomes the new culture. If you manage it properly, you can get it down, but usually in the beginning phases, you end up with something like this.
A good amount of that discard.
Yeah, and it typically goes in the compost or in the recycling. And so I put a lot of recipes to use this, but I tried to make recipes that actually benefit from adding the discard. So,
got it.
You know, like a cookie that gets a little bit better texture because the flour is pre-fermented, it's easier to digest, it's got some acidity. Or like we have here, these are tempura'd shrimp.
Can you even, like, look at this. This is made with sourdough discard. That looks so beautiful.
Yeah, and you don't have to do shrimp, you could do vegetable, like you could do zucchini batter, mushrooms, really whatever you want.
Okay, fantastic.
It's just meant to be a light, crisp coating on the outside. The acidity holds super well, and then of course it tastes awesome.
Amazing.
So to make this, we've got a little bit of all-purpose flour. This is cornstarch.
Oh, for that crispiness.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
We've got some sourdough discard here.
Oh, yeah.
And now, depending on how old your discard is, when this sits in the fridge, it can get really liquidy or runny. So we'll put this until we have about a crepe batter consistency. And if you don't mind, can you just throw me a pinch of salt in there?
Of course. A little pinch of
Thank
salt
you.
as well.
Yeah,
Perfect.
always. If you wanted, you could put some spices in here, or you could switch it up a bit. So I'll put a little bit, whisk that in. The other key is this is sparkling water, and you want cold. The colder, the better.
That's how it gives you that beautiful crisp anytime you're making a tempura. But I love the fact that we're adding in that discard, because this is almost going to give it that fermented, almost beer batter flavor.
Fish and chips.
Fish and chips.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
You actually could use beer for this instead of the sparkling water if you wanted to have like the double.
Double up?
Yeah, sure.
Oh my gosh, this is beautiful.
But that's
this
let's go a
little bit more.
A little more. And it depends on what you're going for. So I like a really super thin, crispy outer layer.
Yeah.
If you wanted the classic beer batter, you could just leave it a bit thicker and you can kind of adjust it for your liking.
Fantastic. Well, know what I like? Shrimp. I'm gonna take a bite of this. Oh my gosh, that crispy. These are the biggest shrimp I've ever seen. I'm so excited.
If you want, there's a little ponzu aioli for it as well.
You should get into that. You should get into that. That is out of control delicious. Oh my gosh, Matthew, this is out of control. Okay, now that I've had my shrimp fill, I'm gonna eat this later. We've got a little bit of dessert as well, some sweet breads, which is absolutely beautiful. This almost looks like a galette, but it's actually a bread-based dough.
Yeah, so this is made with brioche dough. One of the goals of the book was to simplify the process for home bakers.
Yeah.
So rather than have 50 different doughs, which there actually is more than 50 doughs, the brioche dough, there's I think 5 or 6 different recipes made from brioche. So you can make your classic bun, you can make a loaf, but this is just a tart, and then inside we've got pastry cream, a little bit of blackberry jam that I made, and then on top, in the book it's pears, but I have 2 little girls and they wanted apples because we went apple picking.
Oh my gosh, what are their names?
Juniper and Frankie.
Juniper and Frankie, nice job. Oh, look at them. Oh my gosh, they're so sweet.
So yeah, it's poached apple, but again, you could change this seasonally. You could do
peaches.
Peaches would be lovely, and whatever you really want. And then on the outside, there's a little streusel. When it comes out of the oven, I like to brush it with the poaching liquid from the apples and get that extra flavor in there.
I mean, ending with dessert is always a good thing. Chef Matt, thank you so much for giving us a small taste of what this amazing book has to offer. And studio audience, thanks to Chef Matt, you're all getting a copy of his new book, Bread, Etc. Hey, Mary here. What did you think? Drop your comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more of the good stuff.